What do you do when you're 14 and a creature from nightmares stalks your 42-year-old father? You yell for him to move. He doesn't. John Hawkins, once a proud miner at the Silver Creek mine, now a shell of himself after the accident that crushed his left hand, grips his Colt, .45, like it's the last pickaxe he'll ever swing. He slashes at the darkness, his movements clumsy from the Jack Daniels on his breath. The uneven forest floor of the Cascade Mountains betrays him. He stumbles, tumbling into the 6-foot-deep pit you dug together that afternoon. Disoriented, broken. His labored breaths punctuate the eerie stillness of the Douglas fir grove. Blood seeps from a 2-inch gash above his right eye, trickling down his 3-day stubble. His hazel eyes, wide with terror, lock onto yours. This is your chance. Run. The dense pines of the Okanagan-Wenatchee National Forest crowd in, their needles scratching your face as you flee. Behind you, your father's screams slice through the night air, bouncing off the bark of century-old trees. They excite the beast lurking in the shadows. It's a rush, a hunt, a feast. 15 years later, you're back. The stench of rusted metal and rotting hemlock leaves fills your nostrils as you make final adjustments to your creation. A labyrinth of copper wires, pressure-sensitive plates, and electromagnets powerful enough to hold a Burlington Northern freight train. Electricity crackles through the air, raising goosebumps on your arms. This isn't about black bears or desperate men anymore. This is about retribution for John Hawkins, who never made it out of these woods. You catch a glimpse of it. Something crimson flashes in the murky cell, constructed from salvaged mining equipment and reinforced with rebar. Its skin, darker than the deepest shaft of the Silver Creek mine, seems to absorb what little light remains. An illusion, you tell yourself. A trick of your sleep-deprived mind after 72 hours of vigilance. But that vivid red, like arterial spray or flesh seared by molten rock from the nearby Mount Baker volcano, that's all too real. The trap springs, metal screeches against metal, a symphony of vengeance. The entity shrieks, its obsidian claw ensnared in your intricate web of repurposed logging chains and electromagnets. It thrashes wildly, roles reversed, predator turned prey. Your shoulders heave with silent, bitter laughter. Exhaustion settles into your bones, the weight of a decade and a half of preparation finally lifting. Your eyes dart left, then right, hypervigilant even in victory. You do something unexpected. You turn, glancing over your shoulder, your gaze drawn downward. Yes, there it is. The entity, once terror incarnate, now sits trapped in that god-forsaken cell, a makeshift prison fashioned from the very equipment your father once used. A husk of the powerful being that haunted your nightmares for so long. You reach for the carton of minute made in your worn LL Bean backpack. But the blue aluminum of the Pabst Blue Ribbon beckons instead. As you pop the tab, the familiar hiss, a small comfort in the oppressive silence of the forest. You wonder if your father's spirit still wanders the abandoned Silver Creek mine, waiting for you to return, alone, always alone.